Hi, I'm Erin Runyon. I'm the founding director of the Joyful Child Foundation in memory of my daughter Samantha. The Joyful Child's BRAVE programs were developed in order to give us a scalable model to reach every child and family with safety education. The BRAVE curriculum serves children in kindergarten through 6th grade. We also have a junior high and a high school program that we're ready to pilot. The elementary curriculum has 10 lessons covering everything from safety at home to safety at school, safety to and from school, questionable behaviors, which includes good, bad, and uncomfortable touch, as well as internet safety and technology safety.
The children who participate in the Joyful Child Foundation, and in particular this youth empowerment programming, is transformational. These small children come in with not really a voice, and they leave with a sense of, nobody has a right to hurt me. I have a voice and I can do something to protect myself.
Everybody has such a strong desire to help the kids here. We know that those kids are going to talk to their family members. We know that they're going to talk to each other. And so it goes beyond the class.
So the Joyful Child's goal is to create a scalable, effective model for bringing safety education to every child and family in America. In order to do that, we are eager to work with communities to find the best model of implementation for your district. The BRAVE curriculum is unique in that it is a comprehensive approach to personal safety for children. So we don't just talk about being safe, we educate them on how they can recognize potential dangers and give them a constant reference point across the spectrum of potential dangers. So there we use the traffic light as that reference point. A red light is an emergency situation. It means they need to get away from the danger and get help immediately. If there's no adult there to help them, they would call 911. A yellow light means that it's a questionable situation. They're not sure what to do. Maybe it's a game they've never played before, or something's making them uncomfortable. Something just doesn't seem appropriate. So in the yellow light situations, they would get away from the situation and check with two safe adults to make sure it's okay.
Hey, I'm looking for my dog. Can you help me find my dog?
Not gonna happen!
Our most vulnerable children, perhaps the first adult they go to might not be such a safe adult after all, so we want them to check with two. And then the green light is a safe situation. Everybody's safe, nobody's in danger. And we use that reference point and examples in each of the 10 lessons. For each lesson, the students have a classroom activity, many of which are tied to Common Core standards, and then there is also a physical education component, so they can go outside or into the multipurpose room and the teachers lead them. There's a DVD that assists the teachers in instructing the students on physical defense skills to recognize, avoid, and if necessary, escape a dangerous situation. So they get to practice everything that they learn in the classroom. And that's really a huge piece of what makes the BRAVE curriculum stand out. It's very tactical. In addition to that, our goal is to get all of the adults in the children's lives speaking the same language about safety. So as part of the rollout for the BRAVE curriculum, first we like to do a district training where we spend an hour with district administrators and principals introducing the curriculum, introducing the context for the physical skills, and providing an introduction to our safety at school lesson, because part of that is safe adults on campus. So what are red light, green light, yellow light behaviors of adults on campus? And once our teachers are all speaking that language and our administrators are using that same language, then it's appropriate for the students and the parents to know what those red, green, and yellow light behaviors are as well. And by doing that, we can significantly reduce the potential for sexual misconduct in schools, because we eliminate the opportunity to groom potential victims in our schools. Following the district training with the administrators, the teacher training itself is at least 4 hours. Ideally, we do a full day. We like to train them on the curriculum from, say, 8 a.m. to noon, and then after lunch have the teachers come back and do a facilitated lesson planning session so that all of the teachers get to use the manual hands-on and really utilize the tools that we provide to them. For each of the BRAVE lessons, there is a BRAVE PowerPoint, so it actually guides the teachers right through it. It's very plug and play. One of the things that teachers have really appreciated about the BRAVE curriculum is that although the lessons are laid out in an ideal format, they can be taught in any order. Once you introduce the first lesson, all of the other lessons can be taught in any order, as it's maybe convenient for the school if they're doing a bullying assembly to do a safety at school lesson plan. Another piece of the safety at school is lockdown drills. Presently, teachers are teaching lockdown drills in all different ways. There's no standardized way of introducing a lockdown drill to a student, and yet it's mandated. So we actually give them a lesson around lockdown drills, and the teachers have greatly appreciated that. Another thing I should mention is that for grades 3 to 6, we do have an assessment built in, so there's a pre-evaluation and a post-evaluation for the students, and we have a post-survey for the teachers as well, so that we can get their feedback. I can tell you that in Westminster School District, where we first launched the BRAVE curriculum, we trained 105 teachers in the first year, and every teacher's evaluation was outstanding. The teachers really appreciated having some actual language and approved lessons that they could use to address some of the real life situations that their students are coming in with, because whether we like it or not, children's exposure to violence is really astronomical. A national study found that over 62% of all students in this country are exposed to violence every year. And they bring those fears into the classroom, and they do affect behavior. And teachers appreciate having realistic options to share with their students to help them feel safer at school, at home, and in their community. Presently, most schools do offer some bullying prevention education, upstander education, as well as internet safety. And although those programs are viable, the challenge is that we're not really talking about it from a student's perspective. And with the BRAVE curriculum, we're really empowering students to be good self-advocates, to understand potential dangers and their role in recognizing them and avoiding them. Sadly, when a child makes a mistake using internet technology, by and large, nobody's there to help them out of that situation. They have to be able to think critically about their own safety. So we want them to understand why it matters not to share their private information, and what personal information really is, and how that actually is power for them. Because when they believe it, when it's their rule, when it's their brave plan for their own safety, they will follow it. And our goal is to empower all of our children to be able to self-advocate for their own safety, to be able to recognize a situation, and if they are uncomfortable, be able to verbalize that and get away and tell somebody. When Samantha was taken, I had a moment when there were tons of people outside holding a vigil for her. And I remember going out there and saying, it shouldn't take a tragedy to unite a community. There is so much more that we can do to empower our children to be safe today. And after 14 years, we have a program that is an effective way of doing that we can bring to every community. And we look forward to working with you to create an implementation model that suits your district, so that we can empower all of your students to be brave and to be safe. Thank you.